I am Diman, Studio ATL in Atlanta, Georgia. We're back again to talk about the Paycheck Protection Program. As you know from my last video, I stated that we're going to go into specific detail about the PPP. And here I want to say that it's going to be $284 billion that will be allotted to small businesses under 300 and 500 people. And it's going to be done a little bit differently from the first time it was done. First of all, let me just say this. This program is specifically for businesses that have payroll, meaning they have employees. And by employee, I mean employee that get paid on W-2. So if a company meets the requirement of having less than 500 people and they have a payroll for which they pay their people, they are qualified for 2.5 times their monthly payroll as a loan that can be forgiven, provided that they use the money towards payroll, towards mortgages, interest, rent, insurance premium, benefit, and other company obligation. It's very important that people follow this guideline. Now, having said that, these businesses have to be organized in a way that they have the proper documentation that they have to provide to the SBA and to the bank in order to qualify for this loan and to be approved for this forgivable loan. Now, one of the basic things is a company needs to be registered with the Secretary of State from whichever state they are in. They need to have an employee identification number from the IRS. They also need to have a bank account with bank statement that actually show that bank statement that can back up what they are showing on their taxes or their activities. Now, so what's going to happen once people have all these documents, it's important to add that one of the proof that shows that people have employee is the filing of the 941 or the 944, which are quarterly payroll that people file. Now, most of the time, people don't operate their business correctly or they don't file document correctly, and when it comes to applying for these loans, they get denied because they do not have the proper documentation. So in addition to the article of organization or the article of incorporation, the EIN letter, the bank statements, the business taxes, whether it's a 1065, 1120, 1120S, people also need to have an operating agreement or the bylaws for the company. And in addition to that, they need to have a certificate of existence, which actually shows that the corporation or the LLC is actually active and existing. Now, once people have all these documents, and for some people it's easy for them to file or to apply for the PPP by themselves, but for some people they find it difficult because they didn't maybe gather their document properly, they didn't keep a good documentation of their document. That's why here at Studio ATL we have an incubator that can assist people, can assist them for a fee in helping them gather their document, putting their document together, and be able to file for PPP. As you know, we had 2 rounds of PPP already. There was the first one for $349 billion that was exhausted. There was the second one for $320 billion that was also exhausted. And this third one for PPP is $284 billion. Now, like I said, the first 2 days when the community banks start taking application will be for the people who have not received anything, so the 11th and the 12th of January. From the 13th, they'll open to second drawers, people who got the PPP already and that are showing a 25% decline in their revenue. So I hope that this video was informational in terms of helping people understand whether they qualify for the payment protection program or not. I probably forgot something important to mention is that initially people must have had their businesses registered prior to March 2019, before the pandemic. Now, there are news that they may possibly add new businesses that were registered prior to February 15th, 2020. I am not sure that yet, because we haven't seen any guidelines from the SBA PPP application that we'll probably see on Monday the 1st, when we start looking at the first application. So again, this was a specific video giving you information on PPP documentation and some of the requirements. And we encourage you to check out our site, www.studioatl.com. You can also subscribe on our YouTube channel, and you can call, with questions in regard to the PPP or the grant or the low interest loan that the SBA is giving for 30 years. And again, my name is Diman at Studio ATL. My number is 404-996-8846. 404-996-8846. The next video that we'll do will be on the grant and the low interest loan to businesses that the SBA is providing to small businesses as part of helping businesses during this pandemic.